The more complex punctuation marks that we use in English enable us to correctly punctuate longer and more complex sentences and texts. Hyphens are used within a compound modifier, or two words joined together to modify a noun. For example, a 17th century painting by Rembrandt. Note that a hyphen is not ordinarily used between the words 17th and century, only when they are describing something, i.e. the painting by Rembrandt. Let's look at a few more examples. I live in a second-floor apartment. Second and floor are modifying the word apartment, therefore we use a hyphen. I live on the second floor. Second and floor aren't describing a noun in this sentence, therefore we don't use a hyphen. Apostrophes are only used to indicate possession, where something belongs to someone, or for omission, where a letter or letters have been omitted from a word or words to form a contraction. For example, Mary's house has a grey front door. In this sentence, we are talking about the house belonging to Mary, therefore we use an apostrophe. Let's look at some examples of omission. Don't. Don't is a contraction of do and not, with the O in not replaced by the apostrophe. Their. Their is a contraction of they and are, with the A in are replaced by the apostrophe. She's. She's is a contraction of she and is, with the I in is replaced by the apostrophe. They've. They've is a contraction of they and have, with the H and A in have replaced by the apostrophe. Colons are used to introduce a list of items. A colon should not be used if the list is incorporated into the flow of the sentence. For example, the bookshop specialises in business, management, and economics. This is incorrect because the colon is interrupting the flow of the sentence. However, the bookshop specialises in 3 subjects, business, management, and economics, is correct because the bookshop specialises in 3 subjects could be a sentence on its own. Therefore, the colon is not interrupting the flow of the sentence. Semicolons are used to join 2 complete sentences into a single sentence when all the following conditions are met. The 2 sentences are felt to be too closely related to be separated by a full stop. There is no connecting word which would require a comma, such as and or but, and the special conditions requiring a colon are not met. Let's look at an example. John loved football. His favourite team was Chelsea. The fact that John loves football is closely related to his favourite team being Chelsea, and there is no connecting word in the sentence that would enable us to use a comma. Therefore, we have used a semicolon. Brackets are used to mark out parentheses in a sentence. For example, micro-enterprises, businesses employing 9 people or fewer, face their own unique challenges. Dashes are similar in appearance to hyphens and are used for the following reasons: to indicate a closed range of values. For example, we are open Monday to Friday. to contrast or illustrate a relationship between two things, for example, the London to Dublin flight, and instead of brackets, to mark out parentheses in a sentence. Commas may also be used, but dashes are generally preferred if the parenthesis is long or to emphasise its distinctness from the rest of the sentence. Look at the sentences for Lesson 2, Activity 1 and select either a hyphen, apostrophe, colon, semicolon, brackets or dashes to punctuate them completely. Pause the video now while you complete the activity. This is how the sentences should look. Pause the video now while you compare them to your answers. Read the text for Lesson 2, Activity 2, and add the correct punctuation marks from the list to punctuate it correctly. Pause the video now while you complete the activity. This is how the text should be punctuated. Pause the video now while you check it against your answers. When you have finished, move on to Lesson 3.